Major update. This story has taken a completely different turn, and we need to talk about it. Kadiri Ajumobi's body has finally been exhumed, and unlike what was initially reported, his body was not buried in the Celestial Church premises of Prophet. Instead, his remains were discovered near the Lagos State University fence at Oho campus, a short distance away from the church. This new development raises serious questions. Does this prove the pastor is innocent, or is there more to the story than what was first told? Breaking this down will help make sense of everything. Kadiri Ajumobi, a Lagos State University graduate, was reported missing on January 16, 2025. At first, reports claimed he had gone to the Celestial Church and never came out. It was widely believed that he had been held captive, forced to transfer money to his killers, and then used for ritual fortification inside the church. As the story spread, the police stepped in to debunk the rumors. While the internet had already declared him dead and used for rituals, the police insisted that Kadiri was still a missing person. They claimed their investigation was ongoing, but admitted they had arrested Prophet along with an individual named Sherry and 2 other women. These individuals were said to be assisting with the investigation. Despite this, many believed the case was already solved. Kadiri's body had been found and the mystery was clear. However, with the police now concluding their investigation, their findings aren't too different from the original reports, but there are still missing pieces. Kadiri did not actually attend the Celestial Church on that day. Instead, he had visited his girlfriend on campus, bringing her food since she was sick. Afterward, he began his journey home around 9 p.m. On his way back, he passed by the Celestial Church where Prophet preached. Near the church, a group of boys stopped him. Among them was Sherry, a man named Ola, and possibly his brother Tanola. There may have been others involved as well. These men detained Kadiri, likely to extort him. During this time, Kadiri was able to call his girlfriend, telling her that some boys had held him and were demanding money. He also called his mother, possibly trying to figure out how to get the money they were asking for. But that was the last time anyone would hear from him. The next day, Kadiri was nowhere to be found. The day after that, still no sign of him. But his loved ones knew one thing for sure. He had been last seen near the Celestial Church. Concerned, Kadiri's girlfriend and others went to the church to ask about him. This is when Prophet claimed he had never seen Kadiri before in his life. He denied knowing anything about the missing young man. At first, this seemed believable, but then an important discovery was made. A sum of 70,000 was found in Prophet's account, transferred from Kadiri's bank. In fact, more than 1 million had been stolen from Kadiri's account. 300,000 had been shared among the group of boys who took him. Some money was also sent to Kadiri's own parents, likely to throw off suspicion. 70,000, however, was sent directly to Prophet. If Prophet was truly innocent and had never seen Kadiri before, how did he end up receiving 70,000 from his account? This is where things became even more disturbing. Kadiri's family had to take matters into their own hands. They paid someone 100,000 to track his phone, hoping to get some answers. While the phone tracking didn't lead anywhere, his bank account activity did. One of the stolen transactions included 10,000 worth of airtime recharged to a phone number. That phone number was traced back to Sherry. Using that lead, Kadiri's family set up a trap. They discovered that Sherry had been in contact with a certain young woman. Posing as a potential romantic interest, one of Kadiri's relatives began chatting with her. Eventually, she agreed to meet up, but when she arrived, the police arrested her on the spot. During her interrogation, she gave a shocking revelation. Her father was Prophet. This revelation connected Prophet to the crime even further. When confronted again, Prophet changed his story. Now he claimed that Kadiri had actually attended his church and that the 70,000 transfer was for a church construction project. This raised even more red flags. If Prophet was telling the truth, why had he initially denied knowing Kadiri? Why had he received money that was stolen from a missing person's account? Sherry who had already been arrested, was then cornered with more evidence. Finally, he confessed. He admitted to stealing from Kadiri, but denied killing him. Instead, he revealed that he and the others involved were cultists who regularly held their meetings inside Prophet's church. Sherry claimed that Prophet knew about these meetings and even allowed them to take place in his church in exchange for payment. The 70,000 was not for a church construction project. It was a rental fee for using the church for cult activities. This bombshell confession changed everything. Kadiri's father, heartbroken and desperate for answers, left the police station. Soon after, people started telling him they had seen someone digging up a body from Prophet's church. Rumors swirled that the pastor had used Kadiri for rituals and was now trying to hide the evidence. But if this was true, why hadn't the police heard anything about it? At this point, only 3 suspects, Prophet, Sherry, and 2 women, were in custody. So if a body was truly being dug up from the church, who was behind it? This led to new suspicions. Some believed that when the case gained attention, those responsible for Kadiri's murder had removed his body from the church and reburied it near Lagos State University to shift the narrative. Handled the actual disposal of his body. Eventually, another suspect named Ola was arrested. He was the only one who knew where Kadiri's body was buried. It was only after his capture that the police were finally led to the grave. What does this all mean? The police now claim that this case is not about ritual murder, but robbery and cultism. However, many details remain unclear. Did the boys know Kadiri beforehand? Some believe he was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Others suspect they might have had prior knowledge of his financial success, which led them to target him. Kadiri was known to make money by helping students with admissions, assignments, and projects, a completely legal and honest way to earn a living. Unfortunately, his success made him a target for greedy criminals, and that brings us back to Prophet. While there is no proof he directly participated in Kadiri's murder, it is clear that his church was used as a hub for cult activities. Whether or not he knew about the killing, he still accepted blood money and provided a safe space for criminals. Now that 4 suspects have been caught, it is likely that more arrests will follow. The fact that some of the killers didn't even know where the body was buried suggests that others were involved in transporting it. The police are now tracking these additional suspects. Hopefully, justice will be served and all those responsible will face the consequences. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to